Hello, and thank you for watching The Righteous Kitchen, a cooking and baking blog found at www.therighteouskitchen.blogspot.com. I am frying up bacon today, and I thought I would share with you what I do with the leftover bacon grease. And I always fry mine on this skillet because I actually like the grease on here. It helps me just to keep this a non-stick skillet. This also has a really nice drip tray that's gonna gather up all of the bacon fat. Now with this grease, it's a great seasoning for collard greens or any kind of greens. It's a nice seasoning for that. It's a seasoning for beans or lentils. It's a nice way to grease your pan if you're making cornbread. Lots of uses for this bacon grease. You could fry your eggs in it, coat your waffle maker with the grease. But what I'm gonna do is make it into a roux. Now with that roux, you know what a roux is, a grease and flour mixture. It's a thickener and a flavoring also. So with the roux, you can make biscuits and gravy, bacon gravy, or sausage gravy. I use this bacon gravy and actually make sausage gravy. Let me get a spatula real quick. Okay, I have the bacon is cooked and now we're just left with the grease. You want to turn your griddle down really fast because you don't want to burn your grease. So, and I'll use a measuring cup. That was probably 12 ounces of bacon, thick cut bacon. And I'm going to start, I'll do 1/4 of a cup at a time. This is just to absorb the oil. Let's do 1/2 of a cup. I want to absorb the oil because I'm getting ready to add what's in the tray here. And I don't want everything to go back in that hole. Okay, so scrape all this oil. I don't want to waste any of it. I was in Sprouts not too long ago, and they actually sell bacon grease in a jar. So this, you know, it's a valuable thing to have for you to store right in your freezer. All right, so we've got all this oil and the flour, and wherever it's pulled up, you just want to, you know, get everything blended. So you're making a paste actually. So this roux, you could use it for soups. Potato soup would be a good one. Clam chowder would be great. Maybe even a bacon broccoli cheese would be good in here for the thickener, and it's going to add a lot of flavor. My favorite way to use this is to make biscuits and gravy. Now this is your bacon flavor, but you can also add sausage to it, and that's really good. So I have 1/2 of a cup. I'm probably just going to do 1/8 of a cup. And what I do if I want to make bacon gravy, a lot of times I won't, you know, start over and fry up bacon again. But what I'll do to this roux is chop up a couple of pieces of bacon and add it to the roux, bag it, and then put it in the freezer. And if I want bacon gravy in a hurry, all I do is take the roux out, warm it up, and then add my milk. and let it thicken. I've even made that bacon gravy in the microwave. I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of it. So that is 3/4 of a cup. And the bacon drippings from 12 ounces of thick cut bacon. See how it's a nice paste? You want to get all of that in here. If you want a dark roux, you just cook this until it turns the color that you want it to be. This would be great if you want to make chicken gravy. It's hard sometimes to get a good flavor on your chicken gravy, but if you start with this bacon roux, your chicken gravy is going to taste really good. Okay, what I'm going to do is make sure I got all of this grease. And you're also, you know, cleaning up your griddle. Like I said, it's seasoning it. This is probably why my griddle never sticks. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and portion it out. I'm gonna do 3. And then I'll let this cool. I'll come back when it's cold. Just let it sit there. You don't want to put it in your baggie while it's piping hot because that's just going to melt your baggie. But you can go ahead and clean up the sides and get all this roux. You know, now you're not wasting anything. I'm going to take 2 pieces of the bacon and just cut it right over there. Now, I could make bacon gravy, or when I'm frying up sausage, I could crumble up a couple of sausage patties and add to this. Then I have bacon and sausage gravy. But this is a super time saver. It's all ready to go. I'm going to do 2 of these because we like bacon gravy. So I've got 2 of them ready. And I also keep biscuits in the freezer. So between this and the homemade biscuits, you can have a really nice Sunday breakfast. And all the prep work has been done. Check my video. I do have one on bacon gravy. It's delicious. That was probably the best bacon gravy that I ever made, was on that video. But here it is. Don't throw away that bacon grease. It's delicious. And I'll show you how I bag these. This is how I do all of my items when I get ready to put them in the freezer for long-term storage. If you put the baggie in a glass, it's going to work as a holder for you. All right, so we got our baggies. And we're just going to come right in here. Okay, so we have it in our baggie, and you can see which ones have the bacon pieces. There's one. And there's three. Now, what I'm gonna do, I'll come back in just a second. I gotta make room for the food saver. Okay, so I have my 3 packages of bacon roux ready. And I just package them in these cheap little zipper bags. They're not freezer bags. They're just Dollar Tree cheapy bags. But I do use the food saver bags for freezer protection. If you don't have a food saver, I recommend that you get one. So just write what it is and then the day's date. So you know what's in there. A lot of times people get the food savers, but they don't really use them. So that's an opportunity for you to pick them up cheap on Facebook Marketplace or on eBay. All right, this is a newer model. You can actually stop it and control it without it pressing everything really flat. So I like to do that. So we'll just start it. Then when you can see it's all pulled up, actually I'll just let this one finish. Sometimes it's nice to stop it yourself if there was meat with a lot of liquids and stuff, so that the liquids wouldn't come up here and get into your machine. That's another nice thing about double bagging them. I have them in my portioned out, so when I open this up, I just pull out what I need and then reseal it. But don't throw away that bacon grease. So now I can get 2 more meals out of it. I've got 2 biscuits and gravy for breakfast, and then I'll use this other one if I want to make like a chicken gravy, or if I want to make clam chowder or potato soup. But don't just toss it down the trash, or especially don't pour your bacon grease down the garbage disposal. All right, hope you found this tip helpful. Here's one more tip. You know when you just want a piece of bacon, say for a bacon cheeseburger, or you just want, a couple pieces of bacon for a quick breakfast, and you just don't want the hassle of frying up a whole pound of bacon? Or if you fry up the bacon, you find that you just eat it all and then there's none left for when you do want that 1 or 2 pieces of bacon. What I did was I fried up the bacon and then drained it, put it in the food saver bag, and I spaced them out so they're not overlapping. Then what you can do is just roll it up. So you can see what it is. It's bacon. And whenever you want, a piece of bacon, you just get what you need. You don't have to fry up a whole package of bacon. So I'm going to be making a mushroom blue cheese bacon burger. So I have a piece of bacon ready when I want to make that. Just another tip. I'm full of them. This is a tip though, but because I get tired of frying up bacon and we eat it all. It's not healthy to eat it all. You have to have some self-control. And so this helps me. It's portioned out. I just grab one piece of bacon for what I'm gonna eat, and I don't eat 4 pieces of bacon. So hopefully you can find this useful. And you know, if you want a salad, you put some bacon on there. You've got it. Just hide this from everybody that eats bacon in your house. All right, guys. Thank you for watching this video. I appreciate all your support, your likes, your comments, and your shares. And we'll see you on that next video. Thank you.